If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/VillageXchange. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed, and shall eat them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear
Shout
listener.
out to Metlcat, our DJ for the night, who has made all of this grindcore possible. Up next is Wormrot, Behind Closed Doors, When Talking Fails, It's Time for Violence. Apparently, Grindcore likes to do like little mini low commitment songs. So he grouped them together for this a total of 3 minutes. So yeah, let's check out these three songs that are gonna get done in 3 minutes. I don't know, that's a little crazy to me. But you know what? Grindcore does move pretty fast.
I don't think that's 3 songs.
It's not?
I think When Talking Fails, It's Time for Violence is 1 song.
Oh, I see the
See what
little
he's saying?
slash there, yeah.
When talking doesn't work, well, let's just go to violence and see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, it does sound like someone I know. Anyway. I didn't say any names! Let's go.
You gotta stop testing people.
I mean...
Especially if you don't have it like that.
Yeah, you did it to yourself.
If you don't got it like that, you shouldn't be doing that shit.
Oh my gosh. I had the craziest dreams last night. Anyway. Whap. Let's go.
Unbelievable. Timestamp.
Oh yeah, what was it?
By the way, I think it's Neil's got to take out his recyclables. Neil, did you take out your recyclables yet?
Yeah.
You're supposed to do it at the end of that song, my boy.
Stop dragging your feet. Putting off to tomorrow what you can get done today. All right, you guys, let's check out Wormrot.
All right, guys, here we go. Wormrot.
Disgusting.
It's time for violence.
I just processed that title.
What, that it's time for violence?
No, Wormrot.
I don't get it.
Worms, rot.
Gross. All right, here we go.
Turn it up. I like that. That's no, I don't like that. I just had turned it up. Nothing was really said in that amount of muted time anyway, so.
All right, go.
I mean,
go ahead. Tell me your thoughts, mon ami.
Well, I mean, when it first started, I was like vibing hard with it. I loved it. And then I made the mistake of turning up my headphones by a lot. And literally right after I did, it was that sound of like the feedback right in my ear.
Yeah, that was like the worst timing
it
ever.
It immediately pissed me off.
Yeah, I was going to say, I said, Shorty's going to be tight now.
And then I was
She's
like,
gonna be tight
yep,
now.
I hated the song. I hated the band. I hated everything.
What do you think of the
and
vocal?
Then I was like,
do you agree, though, that these were the best vocals of the night? Or no?
Probably, actually.
That doesn't sound like a very convincing
Well,
probably,
that's just because...
to me, dear listener.
The issue is...
To be fair.
The issue was I had to work past my frustration with that loud pitch in my ears. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's... Okay, listen, when I was a kid...
I need you to take down that T. I've just had too much trauma. Maybe just put it under there. It'll be okay. Hey, everyone acknowledge me.
When I was a kid...
Everybody say goodbye to Tina. This is her last day in the village.
When I was a kid, I had like a bunch of ear infections, like a ridiculous amount of ear infections, and I don't know if that's what like affects my ears. Like it hurt when that sound did that, which made me mad. But anyway... I had to get past that. Right now? 100%. Like, yeah, this year especially.
Are you really being serious right now?
I am 1,000% serious. It literally hurt my eardrum, and then it pissed me off because I had turned it up. Anyway, I think that you might be right. I think the vocal style was pretty interesting. And I do have to say, I liked watching the video, like seeing them like get that much into it and going at that speed.
They're not an English speaking band. I think they're Filipino. Are they?
I mean,
are they Filipino? This looks like Filipino to me. Okay, shut up, you. Still don't understand what the hell? I have had enough. Are you not happy anymore? I'm persistent as fuck. Annoying little shit. No one fucking cares, damn it. Bad temper. I don't want to die. Nurse people, please die. I don't want to die. Nurse people, please die. When talking fails, it's time for violence. When talking fails, it's time for violence. I'm in the hospital. Next time, if you repeat again, you will go to the grave. Stubborn to burp, mouth still running. The policy of illegal behavior leads to calamity.
Okay.
Gotta tell ya, not necessarily impressed with the lyricism.
Well, I'm a little confused by it. What's going on here in this song?
I don't really know. He's saying that this person is persistent, they're stubborn, they're annoying, they're not happy anymore. He's telling them to shut up. This person won't shut up. He's like, why the hell won't you shut up when I tell you to shut up? No one cares, damn it. Bad temper. I don't want to die. Nurse people, please die. I don't know. Maybe he's telling the staff to die if they can't fix him. And then when talking fails, it's time for violence. You know, like it's just...
I'm in the hospital. Next time, if you repeat again, you will go to the grave.
You'll go to the grave. So next time you talk shit, I'm going to kill you. You're not going to end up in the hospital. See what I'm saying? Like, this is some bad motherfucking stuff here.
Okay.
But he's hurting. He's hurting people. Like,
I thought for a second here we were talking about, when you go to the doctors because you have an issue, and then they're like, okay, well, first we're going to do a CAT scan. Then we're going to do this. You're like, bro, I think all I need is some penicillin to, nope, we're going to run all these tests because they want to, rack up the price.
Of course.
So I thought that's what was happening. Damn, I don't...
What?
I just don't think that this one is... I don't think this is for me. I feel like that, we got off on a wrong foot because that sound at the beginning. I do think that the vocal style was good. And like I said, I liked watching them perform it because, the lyrics were a little bit, like you said, basic. But again, this is a translation. So what if it rhymes really well? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But,
translating from English, from Tagalog, I think, is the language to English.
It just does...
It's going to get lost in translation.
Yeah.
But still, he's not saying anything like
Yeah.
He's saying,
yeah.
I'm angry at you, shut up, you're stubborn, you're persistent, you're annoying,
Yeah.
and I'm going to put you in the hospital, and next time I'm going to put you in your grave,
Yeah.
so, you know, like, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
not, you know, lyrically, it wasn't really, to be honest with you, I'm actually glad that we got to see the official video, because for me, I came into metal from Korn at Woodstock, which was one of those legendary performances ever, as far as like giving your entire body to your craft. That's what Korn did, and it completely converted me. I had no idea what they were saying for the most part. I didn't know anything, but I you know, like, they believed everything that they were saying. Every riff, every note, they believed in it. It was real conviction, and they were not afraid to express that on stage. That is massively impactful to me. So when I saw the video, I'm like, okay, I know there's got to be a bunch of cultural references I'm not getting here. You know what I'm saying? But the energy that they put out for that video, like, they must have a ridiculous live show. Like, that's one of the things, like, where I'm like, I'm so crazy about, like, making sure I get all my practice time in and shit like that. Because when we play live, like, I want to be able to, like, be that expressive and shit like that. But, you know, you got to really know your instrument.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. I'm having a hard time with this one. I really am. Lyrically, it's kind of...
Well, it's a grindcore song, and it's, hey, we out here fighting. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
What was the name of that?
communicated time for violence. You know, when talking fails, it's time for violence.
Get the lyrics for Behind Closed Doors, because that was song 1.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Boop.
Yep. All right, send that to me. Send that to me, por favor.
Yep.
Okay, so we're looking at
Wow, as if they said, oh, that's right. We
also
broke it,
the lyrics for Behind Closed Doors, which was the first song. We're reviewing that as well. Maybe there's some sort of correlation between the two. I think they were both on the same album. They're definitely on the same album. Everybody shout out to Metlcat for bringing us this night, y'all. For some grindcore, Type 22 for the big homie Metlcat.
I feel like if you weren't...
Did you send me those lyrics?
I did. I feel like if you're not breaking down the lyrics, and you're just... And most people don't. Like, we've talked about this a bunch of times. People will say in the comment section all the time, like, I had no idea what this song was about. Like, I never even really looked at the lyrics. So if you're not looking at the lyrics, and you're okay with that high-pitched sound that happened at the beginning, then I feel like that you could really enjoy this song. Because I don't think that it's necessarily about the lyrics. I feel like it's more about the energy that the song is conveying. And the song itself is, you know, like, it's talking about, like, you know, it's time for violence. You know what I mean? Like, and you got that energy. It was a very aggressive, like, don't mess with me, like, fuck out of the way. Or it's, you know, you're going to have a negative interaction. If you don't want that negative interaction, like, move out. So I liked that energy. It's not like a Slipknot energy, but, like, Slipknot kind of had that attitude, like,
Agreed.
we don't care what you think. Like, this is what we're doing.
At the beginning, that
exactly.
They truly, and I believe them.
Yeah, exactly.
I really believe that they didn't care.
And this was, like, kind of reminded me of that in a way, because it was like, I felt like whatever they were trying to convey about the violence and the, like, where they were at, I feel like performance-wise, vocally, and like, stylistically, that they did really good with that. Lyrically, it just felt a little bit basic, but at the same time, you know...
Okay, but
you could
look
say...
at these lyrics, though. You came for us at birth with pills in hand, lying through your teeth. You don't have to pretend. No remorse, no repent. You don't care what it meant. A system shark, hard to circumvent. So that right there is a nod to Metallica.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because the line is, there's literally a song called No Remorse, and it's no remorse, no repent, we don't care what it meant. So that was a nod to Metallica.
Okay.
He's basically saying, you came for us at birth with pills in hand. So that's the pharmaceutical industry? Is that what he's saying? Your earnest conviction just speaks to me, brainwashed with illusions, drones spreading misinformation. I'm assuming that's the media. Void of a single ounce of sympathy, programming empty fucking dreams, molding births into nullity. Whoo! Set to fail with superficial streams. Validity? Oh, sanity. What's wrong with me? Hostage in my own mind. I try to break only to fail and fall. Threatened by the blade. This is the same band that wrote that other song? Because these songs are... these lyrics are probably some of the most dense, amazing lyrics of the night. This is crazy to me that the same band wrote those two songs because they're like the diametric opposite of one another lyrically.
Yeah.
What's going on with you? What are you looking at?
Well, it's just interesting because like maybe it's like a giant stretch, but you could even like it could almost be about abortion.
Well, you came for us at birth with pills in hand. I don't see how that works.
Well, when you not birth as in like born, but birth as in like, you know, like the after. That after day after, you know, it's a stretch. It's a stretch.
Yeah, like I think
no
that this
remorse,
is
no repent.
I just think like as soon as you're born, you're catapulted into the pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah, but really?
Yeah, I mean, think
what
about it.
What are they doing with babies?
I mean, like the minute you get your babies, they get vaccinated, right? Like. That's like right out of the womb. They're you know, and I'm not saying any of it is bad. See, this is what happens like when people criticize the pharmaceutical industry. I forgot who it was, but they were like, the pharmaceutical industry did a lot of good shit. It's like, we know that. The problem is that in a capitalist environment and your healthcare is being held hostage by the capitalists, there is a fiduciary motivation in everything that they do. That's why our education is so crazy. Because there's a fiduciary motivation for everything we do.
Yeah. You know, right after you have a baby, they bring you pills right away.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you're pregnant, you get prenatal vitamins. Like that's pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
So like it's not necessarily bad, but it is kind of a strange fact of life that, you know, right out of the womb, like you're immediately introduced to all these, you know.
It's crazy too because when I had my first daughter, Vinny and I weren't together, and it was my previous marriage. The insurance that we had was not super great at first, and they told me, I don't remember what the number was, but she basically said like you're gonna need Tylenol after, and if you just bring your own, then that's better because they're gonna charge like it was like $45 per Tylenol. Per pill, whatever. I don't remember if that was the exact number. That's what I remember them saying, but
unreal.
Yeah, that was just like it was crazy.
Yeah, we're listening to that lesbian girl. She's a type 1 diabetic, and she was talking about people dying. They're aging out of their parents' insulin. She's in that situation, you know, and it's like,
how is this friggin' possible?
Yeah, like, and a system shark hard to circumvent, like.
And then those other people
thing, like,
were talking about the insulin from Walmart. I guess is like a lower grade.
Yeah,
it's not healthy for people. They can't be on it long term.
No, yeah, no. It's that bad. It's that bad, man. And like, you know, like for me, I never in my life thought I would ever consider voting for a Democrat in my life, just because of the way I was raised. And you know. When I heard about that, Medicare for All with Bernie, I'm like, okay, I'm going to jump. Yeah, it just seems to me like we're talking about the confluence between the, you know, the pharmaceutical industrial complex in conjunction with the media, where right from the beginning you become a customer, and then he talks about you're feeding everybody lies, you're lying through your teeth, you don't have to pretend. Like one example for this, would be Epstein. And one of the things I tell my Trump followers, especially my like conspiracy-minded Trump followers, is, okay, to some degree Trump has got to be an outsider because of the way they're treating him. Agree. But why would he go along with the bullshit story that Epstein killed himself when literally I have not met a human being who believes that the official story is what actually happened? I haven't met a single person that believes that. So why did Mr. Trump get on TV and talk about this, and Twitter and talk about this, and just go right along with the party line and not even question it, when it was clearly, as I said, like I've never seen a moment like this before in my life as an American. Like you literally have unanimity on a conspiracy theory. And so it's like,
Yeah.
whoa, we don't care about that? Like,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Void of a single ounce of sympathy. Yeah, them girls on MSNBC. I forgot, it was a black lady. She said, basically, all the people complaining about inflation. She basically said, I mean, these are not very educated people. They just heard the phrase inflation yesterday, right? This is something that normal people don't know about. This is something that they were fed and told to believe by the Republicans. Like, that's their mindset. That's how they look at us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these people atop these systems are horrible people, and you know it's kind of like one giant long gaslighting operation. You know.
Yeah.
And that's why he says validity, oh sanity, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, hostage of my own mind, I try to break free. Yeah, like
What do you think threatened by the blade?
I think he's talking about there's no way for you to escape the complex that you're in when you're born in this country. You always have a sword at your neck because you have to conform to the pharmaceuticals or whoever. You know, and they released this in 2022, right? And so they went through 2020, they went through COVID. I think
that does change things.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. That has a lot to do with it.
Lying through your teeth, you don't have to pretend. No
Right.
remorse, no repent. You don't even care what it meant.
Yeah.
A system shark, hard to circumvent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And right there, drones spreading misinformation.
Yep.
And that was the big thing. You guys are spreading misinformation. The
Yeah.
common man was supposed to be silenced, and then Biden tried to hire that crazy girl from Broadway, the social media czar or whatever, to make sure that all of us were fact checked. I mean, it was insane. It was absolutely insane. It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was absolutely incredible.
So this is interesting because lyrically, this one was more complex than the other one. It almost if you saw
it's
them
almost
side
not
by
the
side,
same band.
yeah, exactly. You
I
wouldn't
can't
know they
believe
were
it's the same band. They're like literally night and day.
So
like these are the best lyrics I heard tonight.
I mean, the Jigsaw one was for me.
Yeah,
my favorite, but interesting, and it's interesting to compile them two in the same song, but in the same 3 minutes. I guess. Yeah, I have a hard time to rate this band because
you're right. President Biden. I don't know what I said.
had-
Hopefully, I didn't say something crazy about him, but
you know, it was sort of a mixed bag. Oh, sorry, I'll go back to that for you. It was sort of a mixed bag for me. You know what I mean? Like how I experienced this song because I just experienced it in it's like one of those spin wheels, pinwheels that you. Which way is it going to land?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I guess I have to give them points for their energy. I loved their energy. I have to give them points for their vocal style. Second song was pretty basic lyrically. This one this one was hard, lyrically.
Yeah, I've never seen a band like that. I'm so glad we got to listen to back-to-back songs. Yeah. But this band, it's completely night and day. Like I said, lyrically, I mean, but apparently that's what this genre is. It surprises you. It's like 2-minute songs, but then the guy says the most significant shit ever, or you're gonna hear a progression on guitar. Like there was 2 or 3 songs ago, there was one specific kind of progression. I'm gonna go back and listen to it immediately because I never heard of it before. I've never heard it, and there's always bands like that.
That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, where I was like, yo, that's mad smart. Yeah, I like when people are smart with their notes and their, you'll be in a certain mode and people will augment the mode and it'll still work, but it's anyway. Yeah. I hope there's more people that request this band because I'm really curious because I'm like, was that just a fluke side by side? Do they usually write lyrics like this or do they usually write lyrics like the other band?
Yeah.
What's the political perspective? What does originating, I'm assuming, in the Philippines, how does that affect your metal sensibility? There's a lot here. That's funny. Ben, I'm not going to say I like prog because I hate prog, but that specific thing I was talking about with that middle section or whatever, and I said that's smart.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, I'm like, this is kind of like proggy grindcore, but that doesn't work, right? I mean, it's 2-minute songs. You can't be proggy in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, nigga, with 3 minutes.
Though.
3 minutes. And that works. You can be proggy with 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What goes to your mind as a Christian hearing these songs?
Which one? What do you mean? Styly? Like styly? Like the style?
No, what do you
I don't understand the question.
What do you get out of the song? What was your major take at it as a Christian? Like all these songs that we heard, hearing all this grindcore shit, what goes through your mind?
I mean, nothing. I mean, you're asking the question right now. So, like, what went through my mind is what I said in the review. But if you're going to ask the question that way, I would say all these songs have a sort of like logical chaos to them.
Yeah.
And so I would
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I would say that
logical chaos.
When you look at life just like in like singular events, and you kind of like, without understanding that there is a sort of logic that goes behind the chaos of even your own life, then there's two ways of looking at it. If you just look at the chaos, then it's like, it's chaotic. Maybe you could have like a sort of nihilistic view of it. Everything could just look like it's pointless and it's going nowhere. But when you have, there's a verse in the Bible that talks about that God is working all things together for the good of those who are called according to his purposes. And there's also another one that talks about that if you keep your eyes on him, that he's going to direct your paths. And so like that to me is like, I literally picture events, but they're like shrunk down into like little shapes. And then I see a needle with a scarlet thread, and it goes through the center of each of those. And so it has to go up for like the high times and it goes low for the low times. But then I see them all pulled together on the scarlet thread, and that scarlet thread is what I just described from those verses. So that's like the logos of the chaos, and that there's a whole entire, like when we stand back, it's going to be clear what it was and what it was he was trying to teach us. But when you're in it, sometimes it's a little bit like hard to see what's happening when you're like right in it. So, but it's the faith that helps you to say there is a thread going through all this. There is a logos, there is a logic, and it's not just all chaos. So that's sort of what, you know, if you press me and you ask me, then that would be my answer. It's not like I was necessarily thinking of it when the songs were going on, but overall that's basically what about you?
You can't judge a book by its cover. You know, like I definitely with grindcore there is that sort of caveman element, but there have been a couple moments tonight where lyrically I've been extremely challenged. So I expect to be challenged by Maynard, you know, philosophically. Like that's what you expect. I did not expect, you know, they're 1-minute songs or, you know.
Oh, right.
Some of them
I did not expect to be challenged at all.
Some of them are, you know, slot, but lyrically they're saying shit that like, that'll make you think.
Yep.
It will really make you think, you know, and it's like, they're saying some really deep spiritual stuff that, again, folks don't have a reference point for what spirituality is, because, quite frankly, I don't think Christianity in the West has done a good job of talking about soul and spirit in a postmodern context. And so now you've got people that are having to now reinvent the philosophical wheel because we're not doing very good marketing as far as, hey, we've actually got the answers to those conundrums.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
yeah.
It's interesting when people who are not on the team per se, I'm assuming, are writing some, I'm going to just say challenging. I was challenged 2 moments tonight, lyrically. So
interesting.
Yeah, so that was a big takeaway for me, is you can't really judge a book by its cover, because it sounds like just knuckle dragging caveman metal, but these dudes are thinking though. You know, these dudes are thinking.
I'm giving this one an overall 8.2. And there was a lot of elements to it, and I think that's kind of where I'm going to pause at, is at an 8.2.
Stay safe, Jet. when you're gonna go make that run, Jet's gonna make a cheese run at the 7-Eleven.
Oh my gosh. I know. I saw everybody talking about it. I will tell you, I have bought cheese many times from gas stations, and I've never, ever had a bad experience. However, milk at a gas station, it hasn't been just gas station milk. Within the last year, I've consumed soured milk 3 times after just purchasing it, and that is really
That's
horrible
disgusting.
experience.
That's disgusting.
It's literally sour, and I poured it in the dark, and I was like, I had just eaten a cookie. This literally happened to me 2 nights ago, but I'm so grossed out, I'm going to tell you guys about it. The cookie that I ate, I was like, that's subpar. Like, that packed a lot of punch on the side of the package, but once I baked it and took it out, it just was not very good. And so I'm like, that's okay. I'm going to wash it down with a nice glass of milk. And then I go into the refrigerator and we're out of milk. So I say, okay, I'm running down to the store. It's now 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm running down to the store. I grab a gallon of milk. Well, I brought one of my children with me and sent them in to get it, because when I get milk, I always find the best date. So my kid grabs the front milk that's there, which expired the very next day, brings it into the house. I pour the milk, and they're talking my head off, 2 of them at the same time. So I was not watching what I was doing. I was listening. And then I tipped that glass back because I had waited all that time after that bad cookie, and I was like, this is going to be so wonderful. I'm going to enjoy this creamy milk. And it assaulted me. I thought there was maybe the cup was dirty or something, because I didn't understand the taste. And then I was my mind was yeah, but why did it feel like you just swallowed a fish? And then I realized it was a huge chunk of milk. Anyway, I went down to the 7-Eleven and brought it back to the gentleman, and I was so grossed out, he gave me a free drink and another gallon of milk.
Oh my god. Wait, does Ian have a stream tomorrow?
I don't believe. Well, you know what? We do have a stream tomorrow.
Okay, we have a stream tomorrow, dear listener.
It's actually Ben, DJ Ben. It's a birthday stream.
DJ Ben's birthday stream is tomorrow, you losers. Show up.
Yeah, Ben, what time is that supposed to be at?
Show up for your boy Ben. Come out and support your boy.
Yeah, Ben.
I'll give both of these. I'll give both of these a 9. I'm gonna give them both a 9.3. 9.3. 9.3. I see a couple of you guys, newbies, signed on. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Also, if you're watching us on Twitter, send us a screenshot of you retweeting this, and you will get put in a drawing for a free song.
Okay, DJ Ben is 9 p.m. tomorrow night.
DJ Ben is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. We will be here. Be here, be square. It looks like we've got one tech mystery figured out, so I'm happy about that. Praise God for victory.
Ben!
What?
How dare you insult us on our own stream by telling us the truth?
No. He's saying I will probably be on around 9:50.
Oh, I read that it will probably be on Vin and Sori time. That's literally what I did.
Vin and Sori,
Apologies,
which is
Ben.
just a nickname for Black people time.
Warm culture.
She's always been pretty frugal with the time. Me, I'm does time really exist?
I'm David, but let your dinner be late. No, I'm kidding. Dinner's always late. Dinner has no time over here.
Yeah, we don't believe in time here.
We don't believe in it.
Soraya takes that shit literally. It's an hour ago. It wasn't an hour, nigga. Stop lying. Okay, all right.
An hour a day? Is there really a difference?
Whatever you say. I want to discuss with Sori this 8.2. I think he's heard that you gave Gugu Gachub a 3.5, but
he is. But the thing is, the reason that they got those extra points was partially because of the rage. I understand rage.
All right. East Coast, baby.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
East Coast. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Yep. Welcome to all the new people. Vin out.
Sorry, out.